All right, y'all. So we at this closing with Gary, who's one of my clients today, and just having a lot of issues with the lender, trying to figure out what's going on.
So we got a problem. The lender is not ready. So we got the clear to close, but they're still working on some documents. So they said within another hour to 2 hours.
That's fine.
So you want me to go get food, coffee?
Man, it don't even matter. This lender, I'm never doing business with them again, man.
Yeah.
They don't know they just messed up something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That could have made them a whole lot more money, man. They just been giving us a hard time. I don't know what their problem is, man, but it's all good.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, we just got to get it closed.
The lender's been stalling. This lender is not in North Carolina. He's in Jersey. So they're taking like the extra yard to make sure that everything is straight. But we think the paperwork is straight now. So in today's video, we really just vlogging the experience. We might not be able to go to the property today, but what we'll do is you might see a change of clothes, and then we might end up at the property at the snap of a finger. All right, but in addition to that, my realtor, Casey, y'all met her before. She has this, we sold this property, and she got some earnest money. One thing I want to say about this earnest money, so technically you want to collect a check, like a cashier's check. This buyer is from the hood, so he gave us cash. Look at all that earnest money. So I gotta add this to the other knot that's in the pocket. And no, but this is an earnest money deposit. This is my other money. This is an earnest money deposit that you wanna, that you technically want to get a check for. I like to have a paper trail. You know what I mean? But you know, sometimes it's just not possible to make that happen. So just wanted to let y'all know what was going on. At least we made some money today. This is due diligence, not even earnest money, right? Due diligence, so that's non-refundable. Earnest money is refundable. I don't like earnest money. I like due diligence, because you ain't getting your money back if you're gonna tie up my time. This is Gary and his wife, Alberta. So this is their first deal that they're closing on. Right now it's gonna be a rehab, and like I said, you know, once they sign all the paperwork and everything like that, then it might be another day, but we're gonna show up at the house, and we're gonna walk you guys through the house, get that rehab started, and yeah, man, congratulations, brother.
Hey, thanks, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. All right.
Yeah, man. So
Thank you.
that's it for now. Let's get in there and sign some paperwork. All right, so what we're doing is what's called a double closing. So in wholesaling, there's a lot of different ways to wholesale a house. So you got the most common ways. Two common ways are assignment of contract, where you sell the contract to the buyer, and then you also have double close, which means you're going to bring money to the table. There's an A and B and a B to C transaction. So an A and B is between the seller is the A, the B is you, the buyer, the wholesaler, and then the C is the cash buyer. So the way you think about that is the A is always the seller, the B is you, the C is your end buyer. Okay, so A to B going to close the transaction, and then 2 minutes later, the B to C is going to close the transaction with the same attorney. In this case, we had to use two different attorneys to get it closed because they just wanted to be difficult. We'll talk about that another time, but that's how that works. All right, so just keep in mind when you're trying to wholesale houses, you know, there's a number of different ways to do it, but when you're dealing with a realtor, this is probably the cleanest way to close the deal. All right, everybody, so we just wrapped up the signatures on the closing. Gary's closing his first fix and flip deal. Now, how long have you been doing this, Gary?
Oh, man, since December.
Miss Alberta right here. They've been doing this since the last week of December. You know, we're going into the last week of January right now, closing out the first deal. This is one of many, right? And looking at a huge profit on this particular deal, especially for the first one. The lender of all people gave us the hardest time on this particular deal, and we just signed the documents, and they still giving us a hard time. But sometimes that's part of the business, right? So you got to be willing to adjust. You got to be flexible, and you know, the more flexible you are, the more it lowers your blood pressure, especially in this business, right? So I just wanted to give Gary a shout out, Miss Alberta, give her a shout out as well. And Miss Alberta is a teacher, school teacher. And Gary, what you said you did?
I'm a kinesiotherapist. It's like physical therapy, but we do similar activities.
There you go. So physical therapist or kinesiotherapist. These are regular, everyday folks, just like all of us, but they're adding real estate investing into the arsenal. So if, no matter what your situation is, you're trying to add an extra income into your business. This is, real estate is the way to go. And I would never quit your day job, never leave sure money for hopeful money. So they're gonna keep their jobs,
Right.
but real estate is just gonna make things easier for them, investing wise moving forward. You know what I'm saying? So and our next shot, which is probably gonna be on another day, we're gonna continue at the house that they just closed. So you might see a change of clothes, and from there we'll show you guys around the house and talk about what we're going to do. At the snap of a finger, like I said, we're at the house. So we got the contractor, we got Gary over here. We're about to walk through the house and show you guys around. Let's get to it. So we had a contractor. His lender wanted a different contractor because we needed some additional paperwork. And at the end of the day, this guy came in the day before the closing. Was it the same day or the day before?
I think it was the day before. Yeah.
Day before the closing, and said, I can do it. He didn't waste any time. He had everything we needed, and we sent it out to the lender, and we was able to get the deal closed. That's a team player. So I definitely want to give him a shout out. I'm gonna show him to you in just a second. So we have my man Robert.
Oh,
Rob.
Yeah.
So again,
Hey, guys.
Rob came through at the bottom of the ninth. Bases loaded. And just really came through for the team. So we definitely want to give Robert a shout out, as well as his daughter. She's a designer.
Hello.
And plan on doing a lot of business with them. So these are the type of team players that you guys need in order to be able to operate your business efficiently. When somebody can come in a day before close and make things happen, there's nothing else you can say. You gotta keep that type of person on your team. So like I said, we're just walking around the house. It's kind of figuring out what's really wrong with the house, what we need to repair. This deck, we just noticed this today. It's on. I mean, that's just crazy. That's a structural issue right there. Yeah. So we need to do something with that. Yeah. The roof we're gonna keep. We could probably paint over that roof with some, with black sealant.
Yeah.
Something like that.
We can get a roofer to look at it and say, hey, is this that? Because my concern is that if the guy that lived here, the handyman, and I don't want to throw any shade on anybody, but
he said he was a licensed contractor, but gee.
Oh, he did?
He said he was, man.
Okay.
He said he was a licensed contractor, so
I was surprised.
I ain't throwing shade on him or nothing. Whatever he decided to do, that's on him. But we gonna get it done right.
I can give you a link, and you can go there and look them up by name.
Really?
Yeah, because that's one thing about a general contractor, and this will be good for your YouTube channel for your folks, is that the thing about a general contractor in the state of North Carolina, there's a 6-year statute of limitation, which means that I'm on the hook for 6 years as a general contractor. My insurance, if something that one of my subs did or that I did to this house, and they say you get like the bathroom, put in a new shower, it causes a leak that causes a lot of damage. If the investigation of the leak goes back to the work that my company did or my subs did, then you could put a claim against me, up to 6 years.
Okay.
So when people, when they think about general contractor and that expense, it's like, well, yeah, there's some also. I have $2 million of insurance.
There's insurance,
house gets
right?
Damaged, that it's going to be taken care of, not at your expense,
Right,
at my expense.
right.
So and also as a general contractor, and the way my insurance works, I will only work with subs that are fully insured.
Okay.
There's none of this like, hey man, fly by night. They've got to be insured, and what they do is like, and I'm maybe going overboard, but the contract between you and I will be, you're the high tier and I'm the low tier, and then between me and the subs, I'm the high tier contract to the low tier, and it goes on down the line. So I make sure that every sub has insurance, so that it protects me, and then it
Right.
also protects you. So that's stuff that people don't think about, right?
That's right, man.
And it can get expensive if somebody does some like damage to your house. But as far as this goes, yeah, we can have the roof looked at and make sure everything's kosher with it. Because if this guy was a general or whatever he was, a handyman, if he put that roof on himself, I want to make sure that you guys are.
Make sure it's done right.
Yeah, because I mean, like you said, you could seal it, you could do whatever with it. But if like that valley right there, if it's not put together right, you know, don't take a lot of water.
Leaks, man.
Water can find a way in a house like you wouldn't believe, especially through chimneys. Chimneys are one of the biggest areas for leaks.
This one doesn't have one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's a neat pro. I like the property. I like where it's located. It just needs some TLC.
Real plan. We're gonna tear this wall out right here. That's we could
Okay, sorry.
we can football that out. No, he's in. We could I could run through that right now. You know what I mean? There's nothing structural wrong with that. So he said he just put that up just to give his wife some space, so we can tear this whole thing out right here. We're gonna tear up all these floors in here. I'm not sure we're gonna touch this. I don't think we need to. If we can lift it some, that'll be great. But just to make this a little higher, I think it'll offer. I'm not sure if it's gonna offer a different appearance to what we're trying to do, but you know, for the most part, I think this is fine. You know, I mean, if you're looking at it from a structural standpoint, if you see anything that we need to change, then you know we definitely we're open to that.
Yeah, to lift this up. I mean,
I think it'll.
8-foot ceiling. If you wanted to lift it up where it's even with that 8-foot ceiling.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think it'll make the room look a little bigger as well. You know, so in here he built on an extension. So that was, I'm not sure if that was permitted or not, but you know, that's something that you can find out. We were gonna take this bathroom and make it a closet and make that the bathroom instead. There's a lot more space in there. I don't know why I mean, that didn't make any sense to me, but this is the bathroom, and that thing is like another bedroom in there. So we'll make that the bathroom. Is there light in here? Is there power?
I don't think it would.
You might want to call up Duke Energy and get power cut on, as well as the heat, because it's still kind of cold out. Okay. So like, get the utilities cut on. During the summertime, you don't need heat in a you know what I mean. But
in the wintertime.
Yeah, in the wintertime, you definitely want to. It'll prevent busting pipes and stuff like that. You know.
Okay.
Definitely.
So that whole thing, we're just gonna tear it out, man. So we might have to reroute the plumbing in there to the other side of the wall.
Yeah.
You know, I think he said the plumbing stopped like right here somewhere. So we might have to tear the whole floor up in order to be able to get there. And you can kind of tell this floor is leaning a little bit as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So we got
I'm just taking it all in right now.
This used to be a garage, I think, and he turned it into a bedroom. You know what I mean? And that's why I think it's so cold in here. There's no way there's insulation in these walls. So we're just walking through the house, just kind of seeing what needs to be done, and then looking at what needs to be done structurally more so than cosmetically. Because if the house if it ain't sound, then we can't. We got to correct that before we can actually do. You know, we want to do the right thing to the house, because if we're flipping it, we want to make sure we're selling a good product. You know what I mean? So we got Casey over here.
Hey guys.
And we're just trying to get it. So we'll just keep walking through the house and showing you guys more. We were planning on over there taking out all those cabinets and creating a sliding door right there and closing this one off, and adding more cabinet space up to that point. This wall, what we were doing with this wall right
I
here?
wanted to add like a bar to take out the middle part and add a bar. Add like a seating area.
Right, so we were gonna do a half wall, like a knee wall right here with the countertop going across, a bar, And I'll open up this space right here. This door, a sliding door right there, close off that one. That deck, man, I'm not even sure what the integrity of this deck is.
Well, it didn't fall when I walked on it.
Yeah, so, but those stairs are horrible.
So the HVAC.
The HVAC got to be done. So right here is going to get a little tricky. So we were considering turning the other side of that wall into like a big pantry or something. But I'm not sure, structurally it's just gonna cost more money. So we gotta figure that out. And that's where Casey comes into play. What's gonna sell the best, in this particular area? That's kind of what we wanna stick with. Because if we don't have to overdo it, we don't have to overdo it. You know what I mean?
I mean, it will sell. Obviously not in this condition, but structurally like this. But I do recommend pushing this wall back, making it like a deeper kitchen. And then also you can add your pantry. Because you still have 3 bedrooms if you do that.
So push it back, like 5 feet maybe? Because there's a ton of space on the other side of that wall.
It's a whole other room.
So about 5 feet on that, yeah.
Or you could invert the laundry area to that side and have like a pantry, laundry room, like a mud room type situation, and keep the kitchen like this. That's also an idea.
But wouldn't you, and it's just, if I'm, maybe I'm not smart enough to understand this part, but what if we have a pantry on the exterior, is that gonna, because it kind of defeats the purpose. I wouldn't, if I'm home, I wouldn't want to walk around to the pantry. We're talking about convenience at the same time. So how do you feel about that?
Yeah, I see where you're coming from. If anything, you could turn the laundry room.
I like what you said about pushing the wall back maybe 5 feet, because then the pantry is right there. We could use that laundry room, create a pantry right there.
And there's a closet.
And there's a closet there, right? So how do you?
It's not a bad idea. Yeah.
So we can look at that, right?
Yeah, the well house has to be reconstructed. There's not the wells underneath that piece of plastic right there. Your pressure tank and your well head, and whoever did the work under the house, that underneath is
terrible.
Yeah, you need some definite coveralls to and a shovel to dig your way in.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty rough under there.
Wow.
I'm really concerned about just the prep work alone. The removal of all the, we got to sit down and make a laundry list of, like I'm here, you talking about like your sources, my sources, because, man, moving walls and stuff like that, that's not a big deal.
It's not. It's more aesthetic stuff.
It's all this other stuff. And, I don't even know who did the pipe. There's some old piping under there, so it looks like he must have done something. We already know we got to do some joist replacement under that floor. Oh my goodness, what is that?
That's the laundry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you still want to keep a laundry?
Yeah. Ideally, yes.
Well, but I mean, like, if you're gonna push that wall back here and have your pantry take up this space,
it's gonna.
You could, keep this here and put the pantry on the back side or something.
Well, we got an oversized bathroom right here, so the laundry could probably go over here somewhere.
All right.
We can restructure that.
Holy moly.
Yeah, that's an oversized bath. Just be careful. Don't go all the way in. Something might jump on you. But yeah, we could do something. We could probably move, because that tub doesn't need to be in. That's going in the trash, right? We could probably move this wall back a little bit, or create a pocket like that. Yeah. Bring the wall back this way, and then create the bathroom that way. You know what I mean? I think that might be the best thing to do.
Honest, I don't know, because this room is really small to me.
This room?
So yeah, I'm
so
just trying
even right here, maybe a laundry room in here. Because if we bring that actually might work better. Because if we bring this wall back here, right, and we create the pantry pocket right here, this right here can be the laundry room. And we just eliminate one of the bedrooms, because it has four bedrooms. So we just eliminate one. This one will be the laundry room, and then that right here would be this right here will be an extended kitchen plus a pantry. You know what I mean?
Yeah. a bedroom.
Oops. Yep, there it is. Last time. Yeah.
What do you think about making closets right here? This is just empty space. Oh, is that a?
That's
Those
the
are
door to
rooms.
the bedroom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, which the dog took a massive dump.
In there?
And it reeks. It smells so bad.
I mean, I mean, it is what it is, man.
Yeah, I
Look,
don't have a good sense of smell, so I'm good.
Well, you
I can smell it. I'm not going
opening
back
that
there.
door.
Oh, that door.
Yeah, that door.
Yeah, don't even do it. I'm not going in there dog crap.
Want to do it for the camera?
Nah, man. I ain't doing nothing for the camera. All right, everybody. So again, we walked through the property. Shout out to Gary for getting his first closing. Shout out to Casey for getting it closed. It takes a team effort to make these things happen. So
It's a tough deal.
yes, it was for sure. And we actually gonna have a podcast coming up that you guys definitely want to check out. We're gonna have a 3-part series. Is should you trust your lender? Should you trust your realtor? And should you trust your real estate attorney? So we got some stories about all this stuff. So Gary's back there talking to the contractor. We're gonna get this video wrapped up and we're gonna show you the progress as we make more progress through this property. This is Gary's first flip and we're looking forward to making this a profitable one for him. Listen, be sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel, click the notification bell. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.